Happy weekend, my lovely friends. Welcome to the page of a stay-at-home mom who works from home, who is also a chef. I'll be so grateful and glad if you watch, like, subscribe, comment, and share my videos. May God bless you as you do so. My akara recipe is just like every other street akara that we all had while growing up. The only difference is this: I'm not in a public place and I didn't use firewood, mortar, and pestle. I did this at home. You're going to like this recipe. Oh my goodness, can you see that? This is yummy. Let's begin. To prepare this wonderful akara, you need beans. Any type of beans can go for it. After bringing out the quantity of the beans I'll be needing, I picked the stones and the dirt away from the beans. Started peeling off the back of the beans. Do you know that effective way of removing the skin of the beans is to wash off immediately you add water to it? How do you wash these beans? Just by rubbing your palms together with the beans. That is how you're going to peel off the skin of the beans. After which you add water and begin to extract the chaff from the beans. You can also decide to use a food processor or a blender to do this, but I choose to use my bare hands. It's faster for me. For the chaff to be properly removed, you will do this repeatedly to make sure all the chaff is out. I want you to know that anything that has to do with beans smells. Look at the beans, it's so clean right now. The next thing I did was to soak these beans for like 2 hours before blending it. It makes it easier for it to be blended. And this is the chaff. Dispose it because it smells. After soaking these beans, I decided to prepare other ingredients I'll be using for this akara. I'll be using long peppers, which is known as tatasi, normal fresh peppers, onion, shallots. This is exactly how to remove the seed of these peppers. One of my fans once asked me if this pepper is not painful. It's not, my darling. It's not. This is what it looks like after removing the seed. I'll go ahead to peel my onion and my shallots. This is how you do them, after which you wash everything thoroughly. I'll be slicing some of the peppers and the onion because I want this akara to be spicy. You will see what I will do with them later. I'll be using some of this onion to blend the beans, while I use the smaller ones to fry the akara. After 2 hours, I went to the beans. The beans is ready. Look at the beans. So I want to extract these beans from the water. I will do this carefully. And remember those days that we used to buy local rice. This is how we wash it in order to avoid stones. So at the end of the day, you'll be seeing stones at the bottom of your bowl. Can you see how soft this beans is? It will make it easier for me to blend. Of course, I will start blending the beans right now. So I'm going to blend these beans together with the peppers, tatasi, onions. I will use a very little quantity of water to blend this. Please don't add too much water while blending. At some point, I wanted to know if this beans was ready. I checked and found that I still needed to blend it a little more. I don't really trust this my blender. I have to blend again. Now the beans is ready. Can you see that? Creamy. Do you know why the color is like this? Do you know why it's tuning? Because I added tatasi to it. Tatasi adds more color to this. You can also use smoked paprika. After blending these beans, I transferred to a bowl and begin to whisk with my hands. By this time, everywhere was smelling so nice. You see how fluffy this akara is. The fluffiness makes this akara batter to just hang around the oil instead of sinking down. I also added salt to this akara. You don't really need to add crayfish, bonga fish, all those things you guys add. It spoils the taste. You don't need much to make the real street akara. Your peppers, onion, salt, you're good to go. As we begin, in a heated pan, add enough groundnut oil. This is the spoons I'll be using. I want to make the big akara and the small size of akara. Also need to put cold water in a bowl and bring it close to you because you dip in your spoon in that cold water before you make any scoop. It makes the batter drop freely into the pan. To allow your oil to be too hot before you start adding your batter. Do you know why? Adding your batter into the oil when the oil is too hot makes it get burnt and without being cooked from the inside. This akara was so yummy. My guests complimented me. They were so high. I know you always wonder why those people that fry street akara always reduce their firewood at some point. They reduce it because they don't want the akara to get burnt without being cooked from the inside. Crunchy and yummy. I'll be frying the remaining batter from now, so I have to remove some of the dirt, checked if the oil was normal. Then the size of this spoon is the one we used to get for 15 naira. That's 5 years ago. Another thing is this: always give your batter enough space. Don't overcrowd your frying pan. Allow it to fry evenly. I started adding the peppers, the onion. The owner of this second akara told me that he likes it very brown, like dark brown. He likes it very crunchy. We all have our choices. Like me, I like when I chew akara and it will be making some sound like poro, poro, chop, chop, chop. Why are you laughing at me? That's a lot of childhood memories. Oh, bless me. Once the other part of the akara became brown, I flipped over to the other side. Also used my stick to check the middle of the akara to see if the akara was ready. At this point, the akara is ready. I called her to check. She said I should still fry it a little more. I couldn't wait. I have to bring it out. I wouldn't want her to feel she ate burnt akara because there's a way these things happen. I served hers with agege bread. This agege bread is from Ikeja, Lagos, and she enjoyed it. Oh my god, look at this fluffy akara ball. Oh my god. While my guests had this, my husband paired his own with custard. So you can see, street akara is the best akara ever. Please try this recipe and tell me later. Just in case you know, our YouTube channel is up and running. Please go and subscribe, like, comment, share our videos. I will be so happy. And also don't forget to follow me on my page at Obedience Kitchen Original Mama. Thank you so much. I love you all. Bye bye.